Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, we are back for our Stripped Live Part 2. Welcome back, everybody. And hey, y'all over there on Instagram that was just watching me. You can either join us over here on Facebook Live or YouTube Live.
Twitter.
And Twitter as we kick off the second part. I got my shit together, y'all. Okay? I got it together. I needed that first little hour to go ahead and get my jitterbugs out, okay? And get myself to a solid place. And so I want to thank you guys so much for your patience tonight, and thank you for holding the space for me tonight. This was a big moment. Not only us releasing this frequency that we're getting ready to release in just a few minutes, but also me coming out to you. So thank you. And I'm really excited to share this world premiere of my very first visual frequency called Stripped. Yeah, you got to share it. So hit the share button right now, everybody.
In 3 minutes, we're going.
In 3 minutes?
We'll
Oh.
in 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, we got 3 minutes to chat before we start. So we're getting ready to watch this video together here. And here's what's amazing about tonight. I know it's late. I know.
They ain't doing that.
They do. What y'all doing?
Nothing.
Nobody's
doing nothing. We on live. We on the ground right now.
What's amazing is that we get to debut this together.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we had these little glitches today, because if not, it would have been a release where people were watching individually by themselves.
Right.
But to now have everyone together in the same place, watching it at the same time, magnifies and intensifies the frequency. And so I hope people feel it.
This video
I want you to
is going
feel
be
me
very,
tonight.
Everybody say absolutely nothing. We're doing absolutely
Absolutely nothing.
This video is going to be amazing, Shanel.
It is.
It is. Cocktails and combo with Shanel. That's what we're doing tonight.
Is that what we're doing tonight? You know what?
That is T.
Cheers, y'all.
Andre Smith.
Tiandre, we gotta get Tiandre out here to LA, y'all. Tiandre, we gonna get Tiandre out here and get him, cause honey, he shows up.
He shows up.
Mm-hmm. He does.
So.
Yes.
What are they going to see in this video, Shanel? What they're going to see? What are they going to see in the video?
My ass.
Facts. And you know what? You said God told you to show that.
God told me to show my ass, and I cannot wait to tell the full story of what that means.
Right.
But that was such a real download for me. People thought that I was being sarcastic, or that it was blasphemy, that I was, making a mockery of God. Why did I take the picture? So the picture of the fishnets that I posted several months back in October, I think this was a while ago, where I said God told me to show my ass. That was a photo shoot that I did for my ex-husband. Well, my husband at the time. We were going to a marriage retreat in Hawaii, and we were separated for a while, and I had gone through the surgery, and I had gone through my detox program, and my body was healing. And I said to myself, I'm gonna give my all. Like, let's go in. We're going all in. I signed up for this marriage. I'm gonna stay in this marriage, and I'm gonna give my all in this marriage.
Right.
And I also realized that, the breast implants played a major role in my presence in the marriage. And so once they came out and I was healing, I was ready. I'm like, woo, I am ready. And so I went and did this photo shoot in my fishnets, and, did all my stuff, and was so excited to share it and give it to my husband at the time, and it wasn't received. It wasn't received. And so...
It didn't go over with him.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't received. He was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, you don't see all this ass, you don't see it. But, that was one of the major issues in our marriage was intimacy and attraction. And we'll talk more about that, but yeah, he wasn't with it. And so it was actually kind of funny because he was like, why don't you post it? And I'm like, post it? I'm not posting a picture of my ass.
Right.
He's like, post it. What you scared of? And so it's like my husband gave me permission to post it, so I'm gonna post it. And what's amazing is I was about to post it, but you know when you post and it like sticks and it says it's failed?
Right.
It failed. And I was like, okay, forget it. I'm not posting this picture. I am not posting this. And a couple of days later, and he and I had a little tiff after that. And so a couple of days later, I forgot about it, and I literally heard, and I hear God's voice very, very clearly. And I'm not confused about what that is.
Right.
And so I literally heard God say, show your ass. And I'm like, what? Post and show your ass. So I said, okay. And I posted it.
You were obedient.
I was obedient. I was. And I posted it, and honey, child.
What happened?
Honey, the saints
Came marching in.
came marching in. They ate me up about this picture of my ass. And speaking of ass, segue. Are we ready to show my ass?
You're ready to show
Yes,
you what God told you to do. No,
Okay, guys, I'm so excited.
This is the world premiere.
This is the world premiere of Stripped.
I need you. Please save me. I need you to touch me. Show me. Love me. Feel me. Heal me. I need you to release me. Strip me. Strip, 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 I just need you to strip down. Oh, I needed you so bad. Tell me what you need. I need you. Are you sure you want me? You said that last time. Yes. I'm so sorry. This time, there can be no other. No. I want you, just you. Do you promise? I promise. You have to do everything that I say, yes. Lay down. And let me take this off. I've been so scared. Shh. Take a deep breath. Touch right here. Oh, it feels so good. Just breathe. And release. And strip down. Strip, 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 strip. Touch me, hold me, feel me. Love me, guide me, lead me. See me, hear me, feel me. I just need you to strip down. Touch me, hold me, feel me.
5, 4, 3, you're live. You're live.
I just want you to strip down. That's all I want y'all to do is strip down with me.
Oh my God, amazing. Amazing.
And this is to my team, to my production team. Can we give a complete round of applause for this manifestation from every single person that was a part of this? Okay. Stripped. We got a lot to talk about now. I want to know what people are saying. Preachers to the pole. Yes, baby, this is put the pole in the pulpit. Absolutely. It is time, darling, to put the pole in the place where God is so that we can get in alignment and so that we can open our bodies up and so that we can get close to Him. Okay? Yes, let's see. I felt that. Thank you, guys. Okay. She said I cried.
Liberation.
Yes. You started stripping. So let's talk about this.
Yes.
Let's get into this good stuff. So I want to know what you saw, what you see, what you felt. What this is showing you the duality of who we all are. Each and every one of us has our higher self and our lower self, we'll say, or our light and our dark. And there's no escaping that or getting around that. But what's important is that we know how to use the both sides of ourselves. And we all have God in us who we can call on at any time when we need to get ourselves back to that place of wholeness. And what you see in the video, there's my ass. What you see in the video is me in a time where I was at that threshold of being broken, of everything is gone. Everything is gone.
Everything.
My breasts are gone. My body is different. My husband is gone. My team is gone. My home is gone.
Your life.
My life.
Your life is
my
gone.
life is gone. And my life that I had manifested to, you know, and believed for and worked for. It's just like everything is gone. And it was a moment where I was, it was just literally me, myself, and God. And I had no choice but to call. And what you see in the video in the beginning where, you know, I'm sitting with the divorce papers. That was a real moment.
That moment.
That was a very,
That
very,
was a moment.
very real moment.
To relive that.
Yeah.
To go back to that dark spot.
You know, I we had been going back and forth for a while about, divorce and separating, and I truly wanted to fight for my marriage because I believed that
You fight for your manifestation?
who we are, and who we were brought together to be was purpose. It was great purpose in it. Yeah. But the problem was that I was fighting to love someone and something when I didn't have that solidness of self-love as I used to.
Right.
Because what happened was when I got married and when I transformed into this wife and I stepped into the role, I placed my trust in a man, in my husband,
Right.
as I was supposed to.
That's what they teach you.
Yes,
They teach you.
as I was supposed to. I mean, I literally believed in having a monogamous, faithful, loving, godly, purposeful, passionate marriage. I've been preaching about it for years.
Manifesting.
I've been manifesting it for years, even before I was married, before I even knew my ex-husband. I believed in having that union. And, when I got married, I moved my trust that I had built for so long in myself into this union. And for it to all crumble and for truth to be revealed at the end of it was devastating.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Completely devastating. And that mixed with everything and then going right into the pandemic and all that stuff.
You didn't have a break.
I didn't have a break. It was it was boom, 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 boom. And it's like, and the final boom for me though, the final gut punch for me that took me out, it wasn't the divorce. I'm actually grateful. It freed me. It freed me. It was all of the confusion around it and the lack of understanding of why.
Right.
Why? And I was left with that question mark, and I still am. And I've had to come up with those answers for myself. And the only answer that I've come up with is it wasn't meant.
It wasn't meant.
It wasn't meant. It wasn't meant. But the final gut punch for me was at the very end, after the divorce was final. I found out that my team, who I've been working with for about 2 years, who had built my fire tribe and rebuilt my company, and we were in strong momentum to have a very powerful 2020, which I think a lot of people were.
Right.
But at the very end, I found out that my ex-husband went into contract with my team.
Wow.
And they had been in contract for 2 months.
Working.
Getting it done.
Getting it done.
While I'm, going through the divorce and well, I'm going through the divorce, and while my business partner at the time was one of my best friends.
Wow.
One of my best friends. And so to experience, my business, my baby that I birthed, that I put into the hands of people who I've trusted and invested hundreds of thousands of dollars, both myself and my ex-husband invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into this business that is taken away. Stripped. And the worst part about it is I couldn't tell anybody. You can't. Who do you say that? Who do you call?
No one.
You just go live and say, "Hey, y'all, my ex-husband just kind of like snatched my team, so I don't have anybody running my stuff anymore. I know we was in full-blown business. Full-blown. Like, I know y'all got memberships. I know that your life is involved and intertwined in this membership,
right.
But it was just snatched. And
Couldn't say anything.
yeah, and I couldn't say anything. It was almost like I was imprisoned even deeper.
Right.
Because
holding.
Yeah, I've been holding. And I can't hold anybody else's secrets or anybody else's their stuff anymore. That's their stuff.
It's their stuff.
But it's my journey. And for me, this stripped video and this whole stripped message is not only I've got to strip myself, but I've also got to be real and hold people accountable for what they have done.
Right.
And then hold myself accountable for what I'm going to do about it.
That's a fact.
For myself.
Right.
For myself. And so, a whole lot of trifling shit. I mean, trifling shit
Of course.
has taken place. But here's the amazing thing about it. It had to.
Thanks.
It had to. Pain has to happen. Your heart almost has to be broken for what's inside of it to truly be released.
Facts.
And what is inside of your heart is the Spirit of God. It is your light. It is your gifts. It is your anointing. It's what you're supposed to do. And it's also your childlikeness. I gotten so stern and, this first lady energy. I'm Shanel. Girl, bye. I want to play and laugh and have fun and be a kid and be childlike, like God said to be. And what happens is, as kids, we grow and we start putting these layers on, these titles of you're this and you this is how you're supposed to look and what you're supposed to say, and this is what religion says, and this is what daddy says and what mama says, or this is what they didn't say. This is what you can't hear, so you make up your own stuff, and you have these layers that you begin to build in life. But what happens is when you're being called to your purpose and you're being called to a higher place, you've got to break those layers that are on you to release. And the way that happens, because we're never going to do it on our own.
Right.
We're never going to wake up and say, today I think I'm going to break my heart so that I can learn how to communicate on a higher level so I can, attract my for real husband. No, you don't do that. So instead, what God does is he sends that breakthrough through a person, through a mirror. And that person is in divine alignment to do whatever they're supposed to do in their walk that you experience as pain. Because here's the thing, what they're doing on their walk is not wrong. People don't do things wrong. They do whatever it is that they know how to do. They're doing the best that they can at any given moment in time that they are doing it. And so that's that level of forgiveness that has to come in, where it's like, yeah, you did it. I was really fucked up.
Right.
But I can take that and I can transmute the pain from it.
Wow. Almost like the technique you showed us.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to transmute that pain. I lost my train of thought, and I'm not even going to try to sit here and act like I'm going to find it. So next question.
But that's real, though.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
No one's faking it.
Yeah.
This is real.
I'm tired, and I wrote for weeks. We've been trying to write this show and write this message.
Right.
I said, you know what? I'm just gonna sit on my couch and eat some cheese and some wine like I do almost every night,
On a regular
and
night.
just be
Who you are.
and just talk, because some stuff has to get open. It does. It does. It does.
You showed in your video, Shanel, the duality,
Mm-hmm.
the God and the other self. And you did it in such a remarkable way.
Mm-hmm.
How did you see that? What gave you that idea?
So the two characters in the video obviously are both me. And it's so funny. I let my little
Sis.
I let my little sister hear the video, and she said, "What in the lesbian Lord? What in the lesbian dyke country is going on up in this song?"
Right.
And I laughed so hard because that's exactly what I wanted people to think and feel. Is she having sex with a woman? What's happening? I'll get to that in a second. We'll talk about that topic in a second. But the two characters in the video represent my higher self. So you see the God self, which is, she's the Muslim girl who has been living inside of me, who has grown into a woman. She's grown into a God. She's grown into her highness, where she can see above, which is why in the video, can we go back to the video for a second? Which is why in the video, when it comes on, you see her kind of perched in her high place, you know? And it's amazing because she's dark, you know, she has on these feathers and she's dark, but yet it's still light outside, right? It's, you know, darkness can live in the light. And so for me, Aisha Al-Amin, who was my Muslim name, and that's actually my name. My whole name is Aisha Shanel Ivory Cooper-Sykes Al-Amin. And the Aisha Al-Amin is my Muslim name. Shanel Cooper-Sykes is my given name from my mother. And you see Aisha with her hijab on, but she's also half naked. You know, she's in this very seductive outfit with feathers. And what that represents for me is the Muslim girl who also had a mother who, you know, was glamorous and feminine and beautiful. And my mom taught me to not be ashamed of my body. And so that image of the hijab and just watching it, it's like, that was the higher me that I would see in the mirror when I would walk to it, looking for God.
People want to look at this video and be like, oh, you're overly sexual.
I am.
Explain sexuality.
I'm absolutely, I'm not overly sexual.
No,
I'm just,
some people were gonna say,
yeah, and I'm
she's
responding
overly
to that.
into it.
Yeah, I'm not overly sexual. I am showing you my sensuality, my sexuality, my sexiness in a way that opens up self-connection. It's not perverse. And I think that we made sex and you know, the allure of a woman, we've made it so taboo and you know, so raunchy. You know, we've gotten so raunchy as women. It's nothing about it. It's sexy anymore. It's like, oh, you know, we got to bring back the truth of a woman, and that is we have the ability to conjure.
Right.
That's what we do. We create, we conjure, and we do that through our movement and our curves and our skin and our hair and who, you know, how we are. And yes, that energy can be very destructive. That's why they call it the Jezebel energy, or you know, the energy of a wild woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
That girl.
But
That girl.
all that is your light and your dark energy being transmuted in certain ways, because that same energy is the energy that you need at home with yourself. And I wanted to show that, like, you're going to have to get naked in front of the mirror. You're gonna have to do this to yourself to feel yourself again, you know. And there's nothing shameful about it. So I want to bring back beauty and the art in femininity and the art in sexuality. Every time I see that, it just makes me giggle.
I think you're gonna gain some men fans.
I hope so. I absolutely hope so. And it's not, you know, because I want men to look at me, but honestly, men's visual image of a woman needs to be healed.
Yes.
And it needs to be remolded. Men need to see something different. I had a really interesting conversation with one of my clients the other day. He was talking about the energy of a woman and how he hasn't had a woman look him in his eyes in years. And he's like, I have women all the time. You know, I have women all over the world. I love women. But I haven't had one look at me and talk to me and breathe in my face and smile and connect with me without it being a Hunger Game, you know? Right. And he said, you know, I always see a woman's ass and her looking back at me from her ass. And while that's great to look at, that does nothing for me. I'm speaking of him mentally. Right. Mentally. You know, energetically. And right now, men need to be healed.
Right. I agree.
And if we as women are doing it, guess what? Where men are getting their healing? From each other.
Facts.
From other men.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And we are in a state of devastation with our sexuality and our sexual energy right now.
Yes,
we are. People, they're having feelings that they've never felt before. Our beliefs are changing. Our paradigms are changing. Things that used to be wrong and taboo, you know, are now being accepted, and it's being seen and shown and expressed. And you know, it's imperative that we open our mind up right now and change the beliefs that we've been so indoctrinated to hold on to, because it's keeping us stuck. If you can't see past my ass, you are stuck.
Right.
Because my ass looks good. I mean, have you seen it? I mean,
we saw it.
Roll it again. No. But I mean, really, you know, if you are so stuck at the fact that, you know, a woman of God who preaches and who teaches the word and who is a spiritual teacher and she's these things, that how dare she show her ass online? You are so deep in the old version of somebody's old holy book that has had you stuck probably for generations. And if you look at I say this with love, look at your own ass. And if you can't look at your own ass and say, woo, I love this because God made it and I am God,
then do the work.
You'll never be able to look at anybody else's and say that. So that's how I can share myself. Did my nail just pop off? Child, go get me some nail glue. See?
No. Well, guess what? It's quarantine. What do you think?
That's what's amazing. So, y'all, these are my new sacred nails. They will be in my box with our work red lipstick. Right. I wasn't going to tell y'all this yet, but we got press-ons coming because clearly they clipping off on screen. Go give me some nail glue out my bathroom. So nail glue included, everybody.
Right.
I mean, I had to figure out solutions. We've been in quarantine, honey. I gotta keep my nails done.
You gotta keep them nails.
Can't be out with these nubs.
You're not the only one doing it.
Okay.
Right.
she said we saw it. You saw it fly.
We saw it.
Now see, this is what you do if you are if you're in character and your nail flies off. You hold your finger like this and you keep talking and you keep saying, let me tell you how important it is that you are hearing what I have to say to you.
Right. You keep that thing.
Okay, honey, I can fake it till I make it now. That's how I got here.
Right.
Now where my nail go? Find it on the floor.
It's right there in front of you.
Is it where?
Right there on the keypad. While we're on,
oh.
You where to find it
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay.
Back to the video. So yes, we have the light and the dark. But I want to talk about the importance of the phone call in the beginning of the video.
Yes, let's go back.
You got to hold on for 10 seconds. Hold on.
1, 2. Sacred nails. Sacred nails. Sacred nails.
Y'all got a jingle for me? Sacred nails. Sacred nails. Available now. Click below.
Right. Not available right now.
Not available right now.
Right there. It's coming.
What was I talking about? The beginning of the video when she makes the phone call.
Yes.
So what's symbolic about that is usually when we are in a broken place, when we are in need of love or some sort of healing or physical attention, we call on somebody else. So you see her pick up the phone and she calls her, you think she's calling her lover, saying, I need you.
Right.
I need you, come save me. And we've all gotten those phone calls, and we've all made them at some point where you are broken. Absolutely. And you call somebody and say, I need you, come over. And so that's what she does. She's at that place where she's on the floor, and she calls out to God, and God hears her in her high place.
Right.
She doesn't have the answers, but she hears her, and she comes and shows up when she's in that moment of brokenness in the mirror. So...
I'm so proud of this video. I don't know what to say.
I am too.
You touched on something, Shanel. You touched on the healing of men.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that the legacy that you've left with women and what you've done with them have been nothing stopped but miracles and blessings. But I truly believe that we're coming to a time where your methods will be needed by men as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually, in this next chapter of my work, I'm excited to work with men. A lot more than I've worked with women. Men right now need the masculine, not men. I'll say the masculine.
Yes.
And let's take gender out of it.
Yes.
Right? The masculine energy right now needs time and guidance and a space to be recalibrated and for it to get back into the purpose of it, the usage of masculinity. We've misused our masculine and feminine energy so many different ways that it's distorted and out of whack. And, I know that if men will put their ego down, and being true for themselves, having men lay out on the floor and cry and lay out on the floor and have the hands being laid on them and to be able to talk through their things and be honest without being judged and without being ridiculed and shunned because of what they did wrong and what isn't right. And if we can create a safe space, I really believe that we can bring back balance in our collective. Yeah, I want to talk about this. So this was a really big thing for me, and a part of what made me decide to open up like this. Right now, globally, we're all protesting for justice, and we're protesting for our rights, and people from all walks of life, men, women, gay, straight, black, white, whatever the case may be, we're all standing up for our own freedom right now, especially black people right now. Right. And when the whole racial war started, I realized that a lot of us came into the war already disempowered. Not only from the disempowerment that we have experienced from hundreds of years prior, and et cetera. We know that story. That's what we're fighting for. But we've disempowered ourselves by disempowering each other so much that our hearts were so broken and weak and frail that a lot of us couldn't even stand up. Right. So how are we going to fight for our race or for our families or for a vision or for a future when we can't even fight for one another?
Wow. That's big.
For one another. And so I said to myself, no, I'm not going to stand out and make a protest about this particular topic, I'm going to do the work that God has called me to do behind closed doors, which is to heal, which is to call forth, you know, and to get the people in the room that are called to do that. And we did that work behind closed doors. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a protest for myself. And I am going to stand up and say, no, this is not right. The same way you stand up to your oppressor and look them in the face and say, this is not going to work anymore, is the same way we have to stand up to those people in our lives who have victimized us, oppressed us, done things to us, done things wrong. We have to stand up, and if it's not to their face, it has to be to your own face. I don't need to look somebody in the face and say, this is what you did to me. You know what you did.
Right. You know.
You know. But I got to look myself in the face and say, no, I am taking a stand. I will not be quiet. I will not sweep this under the rug. I will not just put back on my cute hair and come back out as, did another nail pop off, child? Okay, I will, now y'all getting this right now, okay? I will not come back out.
It's a gang sign.
Okay, is that a gang sign? Oh, no, I'm not, I'm not throwing up symbols and gang signs, you know. They be to screenshot me and be like, Shanel is represent. Stop, y'all.
Hilarious.
But no, I had to really take a stand for myself and be real and say, I'm not gonna live in secret and silence anymore.
You're gonna tell your story.
I'm gonna tell my story.
And it's a great story.
It's a great story, and it's a big story. And it's going to unfold over the next coming weeks and months and years. Listen, I'm going to tell my story for years.
Tell it.
I'm going to tell my story for years. Not because I got to talk about my story, but my story is so rich.
It's so rich. It's so much equity in it.
It's so much equity in it.
To help people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And honey, I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm cashing out. I want every single penny that I've cried for,
yes,
worked for,
dollars,
waited for, dollars. Thank you, dollars. I don't want no pennies. Thank you for correcting me. Dollars, big ones. Okay, for everything that I've worked for, that I've sown into people's lives, and I'm expecting my harvest back.
No one gave you a paycheck.
No one gave me a paycheck. I created my own, and even if that manifested through a marriage or manifested through a different business, it's still manifested.
Right.
I know the seeds that I've sown. So, yeah, this is a reclaiming time for everybody.
It is.
It's a reclaiming time. This is a season of harvest. This is a harvest season. For all the seeds that you sowed in the last season, they are sprouting up right now.
The grass.
Is getting greener.
It's getting greener.
Or you sitting over there with a whole bunch of weeds sprouting up and through. Because when we say the harvest is coming, we immediately want to say the good is coming. Yeah, no, honey. That manipulative, lying, pretending, phony, strategically doing things to deceive people, hiding. No, boo, that's not going to work in this new season, honey. You are getting a major harvest.
You're going to get a major harvest?
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to get a major harvest.
Yeah. Yes. So anyway, any other questions before we move on? Because it's late. It is late.
What time is it, Shanel?
It is 12:04, which that means it's like...
It's not late, Shanel, because you know what?
What?
People do not go to sleep.
They don't.
What
y'all doing?
Nothing. Nothing. We watching you. You know, and you know, but you're touching on some great topics, and I don't mean to shine light or go over them. You're touching on some huge topics. Mm-hmm. You know, people haven't self-healed, and people are not protesting. I'm putting my nail back on for themselves.
Yes.
You want to make a change, but you don't want to make a change for yourself.
Right. Hold on. So how much time do we have?
As much time as you want.
Can we flow? You flowing? I want to flow. I don't want to do this like a show. If I gotta be live all night, I want to be live all night. Let's get it on out.
Yeah, let's get it on out.
Cause we're not coming back here no more. We got work to do.
No, we got work to do.
The next time you see me, like, this is gonna be the Shanel show,
That's a fact.
and you're gonna get some lessons because I need to talk to you. I need to heal you. I need to get in your heart. I need to elevate you. I need to get you on my frequency. Because we got. Well, I want to take you somewhere because we got stuff to do in this next season. So let's get all this out tonight.
Let's get it all out tonight.
What you holding that shiny thing up for? Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, so let's go. So it's 12:05.
Yes.
Let's go for like another 15 minutes.
Sure.
Because I want to get through
Why don't
everything.
you ask him some questions? Let's get personal with them.
Yeah, let's get personal, y'all. they
Ask
said,
the question.
she said the co-host is the hype man.
You already
I
know.
have the best
The
hype
best
people.
hype.
Let me tell you, I love my new team, and it's a different type of team. My teams that I've had in the past have been digital marketing, handling the coaching side of the business. Now I have a creative team, and I have a team of really phenomenal people, including the two of you, and Sean too, and in Brazil. I'm trying to name everybody, make sure everybody gets in there. But, I have an amazing team of creatives.
That's exactly the right word for it.
Yeah, creatives who have,
Scorpio Nation.
I got a whole bunch of Scorpios around me.
Facts.
Awesome.
Right.
But people who have had equity in their own skills and gifts and talents and who've done their own work have, we've manifested each other. We've aligned.
We've aligned.
Yeah, we've aligned, and miraculous stuff is happening out of it. And so, people are like, why are you late tonight? And why you show up so late? And why your page is... I ain't got no team. My team is gone.
Hello.
So,
It's not
yep.
the same.
My team is gone. My team is over there. So,
Over there.
hey,
Yeah.
y'all gonna get these posts, and we gonna do this music and keep it moving.
We're gonna keep evolving.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna teach them what a frequency is.
Mm-hmm.
The frequency. They're gonna find the frequency of Shanel Cooper-Sykes. And
Someone said, do you think you truly felt loved in your marriage?
great question, honey. Talk about it.
And are you still in love with your
That's the
husband?
question.
Another level.
2 questions.
Okay. Do you think you truly felt loved in your marriage?
Real talk.
In the beginning, yes. In the beginning, yes. There was a pure, godly love. And there still is. So someone said, am I still in love with him? No. Do I love him? Yes. And I would be incredibly arrogant and ignorant to sit here and act like I'm not.
That's being real.
Yeah.
That's being real.
That was my life, my husband. Yes.
That was the first.
Yeah.
That was the first big boom.
Yeah.
The Big Bang Theory.
You're so silly, the Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory.
No, but hold on. I was going somewhere. Give me a second. We're going to find her. Do I still love him? I do still love him. But did I feel love? No.
No. You didn't feel love.
No. I felt, there's a word I'm looking for. Give me a second to find it. Y'all have to be patient with me as please stop. I felt like I was a piece of the package, like I was a part of the show. And I was paid very well. I was provided for very, very well. That's one thing about my ex-husband that I don't think anybody could ever argue with. The man is a provider. The man is a leader. He takes care. And so that piece, there was no issues there. And that was also something that we both manifested, because when we came into the marriage, the idea was my wife doesn't need to work. We need to come together. So we can come together and build this purpose. And that's what we did set out to do. But it was derailed over time. And I remained in that role, in that position of wife. And, it just got to the point where I was a trophy wife. I was a trophy wife. Yeah. Which I thoroughly enjoyed. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the thing.
That's the dream.
Yeah, it's the dream. I manifested the dream. Yes, I married an amazing man. I lived the life.
The life that you dream about.
Yeah, but it is the truth underneath it that had to be revealed, because love reveals and heals all things. And so love heals and reveals all things. And so when you do truly love someone, it's going to reveal the things that need to be healed. That's what love is.
That's what love is.
You can't get around that.
Right.
And I think that was the challenge with us in our marriages, that we're such mirrors. You see your bullshit every day.
That's a fact.
I think everybody does in their marriage. And it's a choice that you make to say, am I going to sit with this and hide it, or am I going to go ahead and heal this in this covenant?
So much to talk about. So much.
See, a covenant, you can do stuff in this covenant.
Right.
But it's when it's broken. Can't help you.
Cycle is gone.
Yeah.
Rhythm is gone.
Yeah.
So much to talk about. So, I think Shanel, we're going to go into this next phase. If they're with us tonight, we're going into a little jam session.
Yes.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet,
It's
y'all.
so much to talk about.
It's so much to talk about, and the conversation will continue over
over
time.
time.
I think this just opened the door.
This is the door.
I am still in my process, and I want people to see that I am still healing. I am still rebuilding, and I'm going to let you watch it.
Yes.
I'm going to let you see it, because this is what you need to do for yourself too.
Too.
I'm not the only one that's gone through a divorce and gone through a difficult time and gone through this pandemic. We all have. And so, I'm using my life right now as an example.
Right.
So with that said, everybody, we are going to have a stripped experience tonight. And if you will, let me help you strip yourself. I know it's late, but we're gonna be revealed. So we'll be right back, and right back
Right.
really soon.